Hey guys, this is the latest installment in life during the coronavirus, I guess. This is what my channel has turned into. Um, I just got a message from someone like, "What? Are we not doing the live stream tonight?" Well, let me tell you what I was doing. The girlfriend, Misty, she wanted to watch the end of this series called The Fall, and we were at the end of series two, and it kind of pushed over the edge of midnight. So uh, yeah, that's why I'm late. Is just sometimes you don't schedule things just right, and real life takes precedence. You know, I'm not like one of those giant YouTubers who like would be disappointing a whole bunch of people if I was not live streaming every fucking night at the same fucking time, you know. Also, no boobs, even like flat for man boobs. So, anyways, today I want to talk about well, there's what's in the title, but I'll save that for a couple minutes from right now. First, I'm going to say that I went to work thinking that if nobody shows up for the group therapies that I run, that the attendance could be so low during this coronavirus panic that it would be not worth it for my employers to pay me what they pay me to run these groups, given my credentials, because it takes more than a few of them to be in the group to become profitable. You know, and I would like to be profitable for my employers. And so I thought, well, if the state doesn't come through with, uh, you know, the okay to do things in a different way with our particular niche of therapy, which does not allow for telehealth at all. Um, in various different places, it says, no, you can't do that. Um, so if the state doesn't allow for that, then uh, if they're not profitable, they need to just stop running them for a couple weeks, which would then put me out of a job. Which, given my position in the world, I am now hearing about many people who are out of a job for the foreseeable future, uh, for at least the rest of the month, and without any recourse as far as unemployment because of the nature of their employment being contractor, like me. Um, Chris C says, "You live stream when I tell you to." And why can't I do therapy virtually? I could, but for different niches of therapy, they either allow it or don't. And because of the way that there's a strict curriculum in DUI therapy, which is what I usually do, um, it's not uh, allowed yet. And I think one of the big pieces of that is that it's a mandated uh, population. It's a mandated clientele, and that means that they have much less buy-in in the whole process anyway, and they would love to just like sit in front of a uh, like their phone calling into a Zoom room, right? And then behind you have like uh, their laptop screen where it's playing a movie, and then they'll stick in like a little uh, an earpiece, an AirPod or something, and then you don't know, but they're not even paying attention at all, and they can get away with stuff like that. It's a lot harder to read body language over a camera, right? Now make it 12 people on a camera that you have to pay attention to, the whole group of them in little tiny boxes, like they're the Brady Bunch. You know, when your therapy becomes that, uh, it's a lot different than doing individual one on one therapy. So there are problems with it, but there are other agencies that uh, have gone to only doing individual therapy because they want to do telehealth, and group therapy telehealth is not as effective. So just for the interim through the end of the month, just to uh, follow the state of emergency guidelines that they were given, they're just going to do it that way, and it's less efficient as far as getting as many people through, but it's not going to be perfect. It's a fucking state of emergency. We're just going to do our best, right? So I go thinking, well, if the clients don't show up, then it's not as profitable. And if enough don't show up, then they're going to make a different decision about what they're doing going forward. Guess what? Almost everyone showed up. So um, I can't really uh, make any argument that, hey, maybe we should take a break for 2 weeks, something like that. Nope. This thing's just going to keep on going, and groups of up to 12 people all across the city are going to still be meeting. And that's made me reflect on, well, what about people who feel like their sobriety is tied to going to AA meetings? Are we now having virtual AA meetings? Because I haven't heard shit about that. You know, um, yeah, churches have canceled their masses, but there's so many things that have not canceled. Uh, State-run and school-run soccer teams and basketball teams have called it off for the rest of the month at least, but all of the paid leagues where kids have to pay like $1,000 to be able to play in them, those are still running because those parents paid $1,000 for their kid to be able to play. So um, those leagues are still going. Post Malone just had a concert. When I'm thinking that his promoter should have realized that that wasn't the best thing to do.
Tell them how awesome I am preparing us for the apocalypse.
Misty wants you all to know how awesome she is for preparing for the apocalypse.
Laughing at me when I said we had to order apocalypse food.
She ordered a lot of apocalypse food, and
3 weeks before everybody else started panicking.
yeah. Would you like to be on camera?
No.
Okay.
Damn horror movies prepared me well.
I will say though that today I went out and bought the Parmesan cheese for all the spaghetti fixings that you had stockpiled in there. And I got strawberry preserves. She got like all the basics stuff, and then she forgot to get herself some Peeps and uh, Swiss Miss
That's
cake
not
rolls
important in an apocalypse.
because those aren't important in an apocalypse. Except for, guess what? Your girlfriend not having anxiety is very important in an apocalypse.
I've prepared my entire life for this. I've been less anxious than you.
Remember to treat yourself. Don't just buy the basics. And also maybe go to the library and check out some library books if you haven't bought a whole bunch of books that you need to read, because it might get boring if you're stuck at home with nothing to do. The power might go out. Who knows? It's the end of the world, right? She did buy a lot of canned food. It was a shit ton of canned food.
And canned meat, and frozen meat, and ramen noodles, and pasta, and beans, and rice. And
So that moves me on to my next subject. The whole reason why I started this stream is to say that I've been going to like Walmart or King Soopers like once or twice every day and watching the decline in the amount of food that's on the shelves. And it was starting to depress me because it just feels better to know that they have all the food that you need, right? And to see the empty shelves is depressing. But somebody I ran into today told me that,
don't give out the secret.
oh, I'm going to give out the secret.
Hey,
So
you are not good people to be with in an apocalypse.
the secret is the reason why some people are going hungry with very little variety in their food right now because they're going to the wrong stores because they're fucking racists. Okay? Because all the important shelves for preppers are empty in King Soopers and Walmart, but you know where they're not empty? In the Asian market. But people are like, oh, Asian market, coronavirus came from China. It's really big in Korea.
Didn't you learn anything from watching The Walking Dead? You don't help anybody.
Look, I'm helping everybody across the whole country. People, go try out the Asian market. There's plenty of different flavors of ramen there. Flavors you probably haven't tried before if you've been racist up until this point. But if you're hungry and willing to give up racism, go try some ramen from an Asian market.
And you didn't even get me any pho cup of noodles. Great.
We can go back. Oh, and if you're one of those people who wants to be a prepper with rice and you forgot to get rice, they are ready for you. They are full on ready for you to try to attack their rice stockpiles. Fucking racists deserve to starve because all they have to do is go right over to the Asian market. The shelves are full. And compared to Walmart and King Supers, holy shit, people are dumb. People are just dumb and racist because it's right there. Now, they were out of toilet paper. Like every place is out of toilet paper. But anything else you want? I'm talking like all the meat was gone out of Walmart. There was no chicken, no beef, no pork. Go to the Asian market, it's all there. All there. Pretty much same prices too. But y'all are racists. Starve. Fine. Be that way. I think it's funny. Misty doesn't think it's funny. Anyways, wherever you are in your cities, if you watch this uh, after I've stopped and you watch this like in the coming days, tell me if it worked for you too because uh, it worked here.